don't get so caught up. Be careful not to get out. I'm not going to tell you what the question, because everybody's their own, and they have to come to their own understanding, right?
Sure.
But what I want to warn or be cautious people against is, because you're told a lie in one area, don't automatically believe that everything that you know is a lie.
For sure.
The connectivity of it.
Hotep, I am that I am. Some call me Haru.
Some call me Jadon.
That's it.
And this is the Konsider Show.
Oh, we got it right.
Episode 11.
Don't forget to hit start on your timer.
For sure.
Okay.
Episode 11, yeah.
11.
Episode 11. And we're going to be talking about basically going into a subject matter where it's actually getting into the statement phrases, some of the statement and phrases that we use, amongst our commonality of people, commonality of pools, social issues, whatnot. But I want to just state this first. I want to put this on camera that I don't know shit, right? And most of you people out there, you don't either. So let's kind of bring out. We want to get some ideas. We want to get you liking. We want to get you sharing. We want to get you commenting. We want to get you, subscribing. But that's the key thing, to get some interaction going on, some more interaction as far as what we're presenting here. So I'm just going to break down a few things I have on the agenda. I was going to do a description or just talk a little about the social issues, or particularly the statement, what a statement actually means. Okay. So I pulled up dictionary.com, and this is something stated. 2, a communication or declaration of speech or writing, setting forth facts, particulars, etc. A single sentence or assertion. Commerce, an abstract or an account, as one rendered to show the balance due. And you can go there and just put in statement, dictionary.com. So what I basically wanted to kind of say or bridge a gap to think about a little of the things we kind of use throughout our everyday life or around our social people, social issues, whatnot. That's why I even broke down phrases. What actually is a phrase? And I just wanted to kind of give people a little concrete grammar, utilizing grammar, a sequence of 2 or more words arranged in a graphical way. Graphical way. So I just wanted to kind of... Grammatical, that's the term. Yeah, thank you. So I just wanted to... Some of the terms like you have heard over your lifetime, because I know and over your lifetime as well. Like, for example, hold your horses. Money don't grow on trees. To each his own.
Here's one I say: screw the pooch.
Screw the pooch.
I mean, I don't even want to know what that means.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so let's think about this. But I'll say it. I'd be like, that guy really screwed the pooch. Like he fucked up.
Yes.
What are we? 2 minutes in the show, I've already swore.
Exactly. But I mean, the whole point is we keep these particular issues, or we say these things, but then we don't really think about what's actually being said. That's what I meant by the statement phrases. We're saying these things like jack of all trades, and we talked about this before, master of none. It's not rocket science. That's another good one we hear.
I'll change that and say it's not rocket surgery, just to be
Yes. But I mean, the whole content or context is like not even really paying attention to. You kind of see what I'm saying? So what is some of the things that you guys heard or, think about some of these things, how it kind of incorporate within your particular lifestyles? That's what I would say. Unless either of y'all got the table. Either of y'all, whoever comes out first.
I think you're talking about people again living or operating in an automatic state.
For sure.
State of automation.
For sure.
A lot of people I have conversations with, sometimes, well, in many cases, they use unnecessary words, filler words. They don't speak or convey what they truly want to. They don't speak what they truly want to convey to me.
Sure.
There's extra words in there. I got to figure it out,
Yeah.
interpret it, and that's fine. But so I think what you mean, and part again, what you mean may be that people walking around or living life on automatic, not paying attention to everything that they're saying. Some people just talk too much.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
The wise man speaks little, and people tend to look up and admire that. But the man that, and even if he's not wise, people look up to and admire. He must know something. He must be a sage because he barely speaks. As opposed to somebody that talks too much. And it's not that they're not smart, it's you just tune them out.
Yes.
So, but I think what you're hitting on or getting onto these days is, again, what we talked about. It's been an ongoing thing, right?
Yes, for sure.
It's people not having their full faculties about them.
Yeah, and I would state too, just question everything. That's one of the things we have. That's what Konsider is. Our goal is to do, to get people to start questioning things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely question.
Yeah, just question everything, because we're being lied to every day, each and every day. You rather if I put Kim Kardashian on the, on the show, or put her a picture up on it, I'll get probably 1 million hits. You feel me? But if we putting out some real talk or some real issues, people are not trying to hear that. They think we're conspiracy theories. So I mean, these are the things we want engaging into, and that is one of the things I think that keep us locked up, keep us consumed, far as some terms, certain things we've been told all our lives, and then we don't have no faith in that's the wrong word. We don't have no belief in ourselves. Right. As men and women, we don't have that urge to move forward. We don't have that urge because we give up right before that next step is actually to win. You feel what I'm saying? So, and it comes with that sport mentality too. That's why it was good, and you can probably relate to this as well, as far as the sports mentality, being, your background being, track star and whatnot.
Well, yeah, some people need to establish their toughness, their mental toughness in various ways. I mean, you don't necessarily have to be an athlete, but athletes are an easy way to go about showing what it takes to go through fire to refine yourself.
Sure.
And but getting back to what you're saying is again, that's talking about maybe living lazy or without intent.
That's a good.
Well, no one has goals of any kind.
Yes.
We're talking about the athletes. Their goal is to be the best.
Yeah, but not beyond athletics.
Exactly. No, I know exactly, but that's just one example. But no one has goals to strive.
And let's be specific. We shouldn't say no one, because successful people have goals. But most people, the average person, probably wouldn't consider themselves successful. I mean, if we look at the economics, status of economics, then are we actually successful? But economics doesn't make or break your success. I think I gauge it in the sense, and you guys can tell me what you think about this, but I gauge economics or currency or money, learning of people's knowledge of it, in this way. I look at it as a game, and it really is. How are you going to sit down and play Monopoly but don't know the game?
For
sure. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many of us have to go through bankruptcy, have bad credit, or living paycheck to paycheck. And again, that's that automated, living on automatic as opposed to intently.
And the conditioning,
if we knew what money was, there'd be a lot more people successful at this game.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. And we have a lot more people that are making their own way as opposed to working for someone else.
Yeah, traditional.
You know what I mean?
Conventional.
Working more in partnerships as opposed to
embracement. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It even reminds me of we try here at Konsider. We always try to stay, or not try, but be a student in whatever we get involved in. And that comes to questioning certain terms like money don't grows on trees. Who came up with that concept?
Yeah, because it really is made from trees.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
It's just
it's literally you process it, you paint it up, and you hand it out.
At least in the money in the traditional sense that we're thinking of.
Understood. Yeah,
and it's debatable too. And it's debatable. Don't take me wrong. It's a lot because the one thing that's what I enjoy about our conversations because we sit down and really get what's the meaning of this certain terminology. Where are we coming from? What are we talking about?
Money doesn't grow on trees. Basically, just it's a limited, a limited unit or a limited item.
Yeah, that we agree.
And that's
on.
what it. I mean, think about that. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's indicating that there's not a plethora of this. There's not enough. There's a limited amount going on. There's not enough to go around. Don't just waste it. So, but that's when you get to the law of attraction. Should we be thinking that way? Should we be thinking that something is limited? Now, if we're specifically talking about currency, I mean, again, you got to learn the game. The more you hoard, the more so-called successful somebody is, the more that the country has to be, because that particular unit can't be given back.
For sure.
Which is being rented out or loaned out. But there's a median that we all can have when we have that true education, that true understanding, overstanding. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So yeah, I get it. I get you. I get where you're at.
Yeah. So one of the things. Would you like to add on to that, Jenna?
No.
Well, one of the things I was thinking, how's the cannabis, this particular cannabis leaf, or the sativa, whatever, indica, however you want to look at it, how is this connecting to all to this particular subject?
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Point.
Yes, because what is it doing to us? It's stimulating the pineal gland. It's waking us up, and we talk about this, but it gets you thinking. Yeah. It gets you even talking about these concepts, these phrases, what you've been hearing most of your life. I mean, we could jack of all trades. Who haven't heard that? You see what I'm saying? It's just like tying your shoe or whatever you want to feed yourself or whatever the case may be. But my point is like. We tend not to really question these thinking, even like the flat earth theory. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that too. I know a lot of people are tripping off that, but eventually, because what we've been, the manipulation, the sleight of hand, you feel me? We got all these magicians doing hypnosis, mentalists, taking us all, Hollywood, the Holly Tree. Come on. They make this stuff look so cool and neat. And then you get the GoPro. I was tripping off that. The GoPro literally, when you're always talking about capture. Yeah, capture. Is that one of the terms they use with pictures?
Capture.
Capture. But they use a term. Yeah, they use a term. And what we'll come to find out, it makes everything rounded, right? When you're looking in your viewpoint.
Caricature.
Yeah, something, it's on that level, but how it's playing a part. That's what I'm saying. It's playing a part in how we see, how we visualize things, like perspective in drawing. When you draw in a perspective or a vanishing point, you know what I'm saying? All this plays its part. That's what I'm saying. And with these particular illusions that we have, for example, how we don't, obviously we know the sun is giving us some type of heat, right? If the sun is 93 billion miles out there, right? Or 93 billion or 93 million, right? We know this is out there. How come the sun, if the sun is so far up on this so-called round planet and it's coming, why is it not, it's angling when it comes through the clouds. It's not coming on top of it. You feel what I'm saying? All the clouds should be illuminated. Think about it. If it's that high in the air, and we're getting the sun coming through the rays or coming through the clouds, and they're angling of those clouds, and all the clouds are not shining. How deep is that? Come on, I'm telling you. Now, when you think about that, and they've been lying to us, telling us that moon and that stars, whatever, even the stars. I mean, we got to start questioning things. That's all I'm asking. Start questioning things, man.
You're on point that we have to start questioning things. Now, but understand that because they tell you lies about certain things, don't get so caught up. Be careful not to get out. I'm not going to tell you what the question, because everybody's their own and they have to come to their own understanding. Right?
Sure.
But what I want to warn or be cautious people against is, because you're told a lie in one area, don't automatically believe that everything that you know is a lie.
For sure.
The connectivity of it.
Well,
understanding the.
Yeah, that's kind of and here's another phrase for you. a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know, right there is because you've been lied to a lot. Then you start to get paranoid, and this happens, I think, to a lot of people. Then they just like everything is a conspiracy. Every single thing, like you're literally walking around, you know, in a matrix, which.
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, one conspiracy to throw off, you know, the reality of, let's say, you know, the last 30 years. Let's say the relationship between Russia and the United States, or what's going on in Syria right now. A lot of things we're being told from second, third, fourth hand scenarios. And we don't know the truth. We are finding out now, 70, 50, 100 years later, you know, what happened at the Bay of Tonkin, what happened during World War I, what happened at Pearl Harbor.
It all comes out.
All these things new. JFK, you know what I mean? We're learning who had, who was involved in that at the time. We had no idea. So when that reality is distorted, it really does. When one thing is thrown off, it's like a chain, right?
Sure.
Everything
Chain
is thrown
reaction.
off. So you don't feel settled right with everything, but it's just it's really tough to convey it. But you can't allow yourself to get caught in that rabbit hole because you will be going forever.
Yes, and it's interesting because this is Thanksgiving weekend. Right, so we're talking Black Friday, we're talking zombies, we're talking a mindset that has been developed over time. When you put somebody in an environment like the the mice experiments, you put them in a confinement. Yeah, they're gonna search around that little cage till they find a place out, but then they'll get used to it. Then they just want to stay up in there without even testing the grounds again. So, and that's funny, we call ourselves intelligent, but then at the same time, when you're looking at it on that point, it's like, intelligent to what? What are we comparing it to? You know, what is the content? What is the context? You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of some interesting elements, and when you think about, even with this brother Jadon came with a good point. This was beautiful. The Pledge of Allegiance. They talking about bringing that back in the schoolhouse, right? So this brother was kind of talking
people
about...
are petitioning, but I've seen these memes on Facebook for a while.
You know, but it's interesting how they force these particular doctrines or whatever you want to, somebody's particular issues on you, or say, this is what you got to do. But then they telling you, land of the free, the brave, the American way, right?
America.
You know, so it's some.
Well, you're talking about indoctrination. Right?
Indoctrination, yes, sir.
You got to understand, though, you have the government that's in control of the school systems. I'm surprised that they took the Pledge of Allegiance.
I know.
To be honest.
But they got us all so brainwashed, and now we're asking for it back. And I'm like,
exactly.
What are you talking about? So with all that's going on, this is what you think is going to help? We all forcefully pledge allegiance to a flag.
You know what I think they're hoping, to be honest with that, and it's really basic. It's actually almost insulting. It's so basic. Is that if we rally around that flag, then we'll forget all our differences and point to our enemies from the outside. You know, the old, if you study biology at all, the basic premise, you understand that every bacterium that is different from another battle.
Yes.
Every group of bacteria battles another. And that's why they believe that, or not believe, but one of the, explanations that they use to explain why the tribes of people battle so much is because we're various...
domination.
Right, we're various dominions within the species.
Yes.
And so because we're different, we see each other different, we have to battle. Well, it was, I can't remember the guy's name, but he pointed out the fact that that's why we need, or he believed that we needed an alien enemy.
Oh yeah.
So that we humanity
always had somebody to blame or to fight.
And we can all unite and point to and make that.
Ron Hubbard, the
like
Ron
we have
Hubbard
fighting in our DNA or in our essence.
Yes.
Not just not DNA, but our very essence.
We spent so long trying to keep us apart. You know, let's speak America, USA. All this time to keep us apart. Now they want to, in theory, get us to be on the same page, at least about America.
Yeah, and the cannabis. But the cannabis is bringing us. Yeah, the cannabis is bringing us together. Well, some of those who are awakening,
Right.
Let me say it like that. Some of us who are awakening, and that's going to come through, like I said, getting rid of some of the foods we've been eating. I mean, even though we just had some Jack in the box. But my point is,
Wendy's,
you know,
but.
yeah, Wendy's. Was it?
Yeah,
I thought,
Wendy's.
Okay, but it's all good. But my point is really kind of putting things in perspective, you know, because that's one of the issues I would like to talk about. Food, eating, some of these things that we've been doing that actually been taking us, dumbing us down, making us seem like we got these problems, don't want to make decisions when we don't have time to sit down, meditate, or do these, do this, do that. I'm always running, got myself running, so I'm running so much, I don't even know who I am, therefore I'm not going to know but nobody else, right? If you don't know yourself, how you going to know somebody else or get to learn anybody else? If you don't know who you are, you know. So just some of those things I was kind of, you know, and obviously we're getting these phrases and whatnot from our surroundings, our parents, these institutions, the schools, these, you know, yada, yada, yada. And they're so good at it, it's so part of the fabric. That's what's so crazy about it. What are you thinking when you graduate high school? Oh, I want to go to college. What are you thinking after college? You're like, oh, I want to get a job, at least a decent job. See what I'm saying? But this mentality, this mentality they're developing and making it seem, so therefore we're duplicating these mindsets when everybody's selfless. You know what I'm saying? Selfish, like, woo, man, I don't care about you. As long as I get mine, I'm fine. That's the mentality, and that's, matter of fact, our other, you know, that's going to be our next issue, or episode, cultural norms. You know, talking about culture norms, what was actually going on, especially, I could, you know, imagine, you know, being the age you are, but having different mentality. It was different when you was growing up as a youngster. Like, for my example, you know, you got 3 generations right here, literally. You feel what I'm saying? When you're talking about the generation factor. He grew up with the computer.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? I mean, even though we grew up with the computer, but I'm talking about the level where they had the internet. They had the. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was totally different mentality.
I didn't have internet until I was 13.
Yes. Junior high. That's usually when you get in your social.
That's
Usually your social time where you actually interacting with a lot more people, different personality. Boom, boom, boom. You know. Yeah. Exactly. I didn't get internet till I was college. First year in college. So it was like the Yahoo was the thing. Matter of fact, we talked about this too. Yahoo was the the new and upcoming. You know what an email is? Everybody was in their email mode back then. Nah, this ain't gonna never blow up or whatever. But
one of the things that you said earlier, I kind of want to hit back on if we have time.
No, go ahead. We got 3.
You brought up about cannabis.
Yes.
Educational cannabis is very, very important. There was an article that I don't know if I posted it, submitted it for you guys yet, but I hadn't read it, so I probably hadn't. But I just put it in my save. But it was entitled, and I read the caption, and the title of the caption was about how cannabis use over time destroys or disintegrates the fabric of the brain.
Yeah, I saw that article. Wow. I think you did post it.
Yeah, I think you did.
Or someone else did. I saw that.
Okay.
I haven't read it either. I saw the headline though.
Right. And I suspected, I was like, okay, well, wait a minute. How is that possible when, now, this is where education comes in, right? There's different types of cannabis. There's the indica strain with its various, components, and there's the sativa strain, and there's another strain, I forget the name of it, but it doesn't have much THC, so it's not much.
Whatever you want.
But the point is now the question is, okay, since the indica is such a body high and it affects the body, is it what's causing is overuse of it is what's causing, or is it just a general cannabis? Now, of course, not reading the article yet, we can't tell to talk about it, but that's just something that people should go check out so that we can assess, because we don't want to overdo anything, right? A good thing can be, you can OD on water.
Yeah, for sure.
Never heard of
too much,
once, but I actually heard a woman ODing on water, drinking too much water. Yeah. That was crazy. But the point is, so we want to make sure that we're not over consuming just because we know it has benefits.
Sure. And that's what we tend to do, especially as this culture. And that's another good point we're going to talk about here in the next episode. We're getting down to our minute. But I just wanted to kind of wrap it up a little bit. You have anything you want to kind of drop?
It's just, we got to get sharing and liking and following and all that stuff. We got to talk about every show, right?
Yeah, for sure. Even like the podcast we got going. We just
I should mention that I'm working on getting this show in audio form so you can subscribe to it as a podcast. So it's actually up. I'm waiting for Apple to approve me for iTunes, but you can go to the site now and do subscribe, the Consider Show, and subscribe to the audio so you can listen to us on the drive or whatever.
Yeah.
Drive to your job.
Yeah, for sure. Would you like to end something? 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah. No, you know me, man. I'm here to help you guys make sure that the magazine gets up and going well. Provide whatever support I can. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
I think our just the rest for next one, sure.
It's all good. I mean, we're here. We're recording that back to back. We're gonna get it off right there. Just call it off right there.
Consider Group.
Considergroup.com. Like I said, like us, subscribe, share it with your fellow friends, family, whatnot. Let them know, because that's what time it is. We only, we're limited to the resources we have, right? Is that, let me put that out. We're limited to the resources we have. And if we're not building new resources, obviously it's going to become stagnant. Right. So, just dropping that, letting people know, we out. Peace.